I was able to induce something called learned helplessness in the left side of the room very easily within about 5 minutes. Jory.
Felt stupid.
You felt stupid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt rushed.
Felt rushed? Joelle?
I was even more confused.
You were even more confused because they all got it and you were still struggling. Chelsea, your first 2 words on this side of my classroom were not solvable. They were impossible tasks. I'm sorry. I know, but here's what we did this for.
You are now entering the 5th dimension of ascension. Our only intention is to take you high.
So that's an important video because it really shows you what you face on a day-to-day basis. As a person who walks through this world, you are constantly put into really impossible circumstances and you're expected to figure it out. So if you really if you want to fit in, it's so easy to kind of be beaten into submission through this alone, because it works twofold. Like if you feel as though you can't solve your impossible task and the people around you are, then you're going to feel some type of way. But then it works on the other side of things. Like if you recognize something is impossible, yet everybody around you seems to submit to that same impossible task, then it almost in this insidious way makes you want to acclimate downward into that learned helplessness state. So the only way I see through it is to really hone in to that inner voice, because that inner voice is trying to show you the conflict that you're in. And if you kind of let it do its thing, it will trick you into believing you are less than. But it's almost just like if I'm teasing you and I want you to change the way you are, and by saying, oh man, like you can't really make it up those steps, damn, that sucks. It's really me trying to, in a passive way, encourage you to move more efficiently or work harder to get at things. Or it's motivation. It's meant at its core to be motivation, because I don't think anybody truly wants to see other people fail, but it can be frustrating to kind of tell somebody what they need to do because it's their life. Like I can't imagine there's someone who's just like, yeah, I truly don't want you to succeed. I actually rather you not succeed. I think it's more of a scarcity mindset if you really do feel like you don't want somebody around you to succeed. And truthfully, if you had everything, if you were in a state that you knew that you were good off, I think you're gonna want most everybody else to feel the same way. But if you feel like you have less than, you're gonna try to pull other people down to that so you don't feel out of place. So yeah, the only way to really move through this world is to have a strong inner sense of self, so much to know that you've got it, so that you want to encourage other people to have it too. So you need to have a strong inner self, and the way to really strengthen that voice is to give way to your subconscious. Now, for most people, their subconscious can be a bit frightening, because again, it's trying to force you through a backhanded way to grow beyond your circumstances. Some people can look at it like, oh, woe is me, I'm so bad, and they're giving way to that voice to kind of prove itself right. But you always have the option to prove that voice wrong. So in a way, it's an opponent that's there to benefit you. And that's how you have to get your mind sharpened to the point where you understand that opposition isn't meant to hold you back. It's meant to help you grow forward. It's so easy to look at the things that are wrong or out of place, impossible tasks that are in the world, but you really have to flip that and use it as fuel, because that's quite a potent fuel source, because you're going to have that in spades. People literally, they thrive off of, there's people who can thrive off of that. You tell me I can't do it and I'll do it. But it takes a very particular type of person to be able to do that. Most people, if you say that they're bad at something, they'll just internalize it and say I'm bad at it, as opposed to saying, well, if I'm bad at it, then maybe I should get better at it. And in order to get better at it, I have to keep going. I can't just accept that I am bad at it. So I encourage you to look at that inner voice, your daimon, and see if it's curtailing you in a way that makes you feel bad. Feel good about it. Reverse the polarity. Say, hey, look, if you're feeling bad about something, that's a signal that you need to change. It's just like if you touch a flame, it's a signal that you shouldn't touch that flame. You should be motivated to not touch that flame. So in the same way, you feel bad about something, that means you should be motivated to not feel bad about it. Right? It's tricky, because you could easily say, all right, well, I touched that fire and now it means all fire is bad. No, it means you don't touch it. You utilize it for something that requires heat and you control it. So it forces you to take heed and properly utilize this tool. Otherwise, if you just feel bad about the fire because it hurt you, you never get the benefits of that fire. So that's essentially my message for today. I just wanted to make it so people really can start to form a more solid sense of self. And it starts internally. You need to be more solid inside, more assured of yourself inside, so that you project out into the world more confidence, more ease for other people. The more you make it easier for yourself, the more you make it easier for those around you. And the more people that are around you, the more easier things become. So it starts with the internal work, and you need to start moving through that internal work in order to make it easy for not only you, but everyone around you.